And I forgot I had put it in your name when I had some here.
Because they sent my shorts back because they didn't put the full address on it. I was pissed.
They didn't do it? But even though it shows you did when you did online.
I don't know, because when I went and checked on the Champs thing, it only showed the number, it didn't show the address. I'm like, but how did that? I don't know. I feel like the computer switched something over.
Are they going to resend it?
I don't know. I gotta wait till they get it.
Wow.
Probably not. They're probably just gonna refund the money.
What short was it?
It was both fair.
I don't remember.
Those multicolored ones?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you showed it when I was asleep.
No, I sent it to you.
Done?
Oh.
And you commented on it.
Hey.
You said you had both of them. Yeah, he just went in there a couple minutes ago. Probably like 5 minutes ago now.
Yeah, and it says right next to the airport too.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people always wind up staying in Norfolk when they go to Chicago.
Is that where Nikki said? I feel like that's
close
Nikki.
by.
Yeah, I feel like that's Nikki too. Yeah, I'm calling her. I thought I was early ones that was in there too. They were like the super bold with big. And I'm not about to keep putting no goddamn news on the everyday thing.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I talked to Nita yesterday. She's all excited about us coming downstairs here.
Oh.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 26.
Yeah, I'd say that's already there.
That's her. Just don't fuck with you unless you check the date.
I know.
Because I had the bar ever something that I snuck out of there. That shit was 2015. I was like, oh, you said that's your ass kid.
Get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
Going where?
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
How much am I
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
It looks like it's like a house on the outside.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Bring it. Bring it. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
D-line, get that quarterback. Check 9, check 9. 58 to Mike.
Here's Jacobs. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
What is Mequan? Wisconsin.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Me and then Quan, Q-U-O.
Pulls it in at the 13. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
So right outside.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
319. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Back north. 58 the mic. 58 the mic.
Here's the
Check
problem.
pass.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. 7 yards the pick up there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
We did.
2nd and 12.
Inside. 58 right over.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Jump out. Hey, defense, let's go. 58, boy.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Switch, Joker. 42's Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
It's when we go to Chicago.
There we go, going to 53.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. They're firing a deep ball for Komet. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening
Pretty
drive
much.
touchdown, that's fine.
We'll get there
How about
Friday
them
night,
going
and
back
we
out
got
there,
leads on them.
recommitting themselves to the task at hand and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about this one now? In their
We
own
was thinking about
territory, a
that,
gutsy
but,
call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Under. 58's the mic.
They go with Jacobs.
I'm coming after you.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Cohen. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
In need of only about the length of the football here on
It looked like it was about to
2nd
storm.
I know, that's what I said. I said this in the other day. I said this is like this going to do some today.
Prescott from the gun. And this one's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
First goal in my chicken.
Smell like what? Out of water. I just checked mine. You know, the chicken wings, you just got that on top. Ain't no what? Back my ears.
We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets with the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's still private. I'm like, just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them. What I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop of a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Mommy. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked.
Mommy, come on, vampire. I kiss you too.
My dance. I was there. They just watched. Had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in.
Yes, please. I said yes, please.
Yeah, you mommy, I don't know what vampire do.
I'm in the deck. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the ride, you in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again.
No, that's the time.
We did a lot for the wins. Drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get it up.
I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Okay. You ready for your surprise?
Wait. You been in the bathroom? I'm gonna get in the bathroom.
Who?
Hey,
I ain't forget.
you ain't sitting there. I'm thinking he was upstairs. You know, look, I should have got in the bathroom.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
First of all, the fact that he knows what type of name. Because before he said pistol, he said call it something else.
They all used to be Fortnite.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are fan running on EA Sports. Trying to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line.
Take it up, please.
It's like they don't want the kids to play with the damn toys. When they be boxing it up.
Yeah, and then the box, then you got to take it to the car. Get back there, yeah. Get back.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Get back.
You gonna take. You gotta take.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
There you go.
At the 40-yard line.
You got it?
That's a big gun.
Yeah, that's it too.
He had it. Up here, and it worked.
Good, I'm glad he can do it himself because he won't let everybody else do it.
Oh.
I know, maybe.
Here, AJ, let me see.
Here.
There you go.
Here.
Oh, I'm gonna put these in. Let me see, AJ.
I'm sure he do it, but I'm glad he can do it himself. Look at that. Can you put it back?
Let me see. Hold on. Okay.
You put it in there, or does it go in the front? Read the instructions.
Mom, what are the instructions?
I know that that barrel comes off.
Yeah, I just put it on there.
Yeah, so we trying to figure out what the gun did.
So it gotta go maybe in the middle.
Let me see. Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to put the bullets in there, boy.
Yeah.
And maybe they go back to bed. Wait, hold up. No, wait a minute. Gotta figure out. Wait a minute, let me see. Wait, hold up. How you gonna go? You don't want your room. Look at your chicken.
Get in there.
She did last night.
Wait a minute, wait. Yeah. Wait, you gotta put the bullet.